Nick Kyrgios stayed involved in tennis during his lengthy injury layoff. Nick Kyrgios has taken fresh shots at tennis commentators and called for a shakeup. The Australian previously branded one pundit a clown, but he got a taste of the job himself this year, getting in the commentary booth for the BBC, ESPN, and Eurosport. However, Kyrgios still isn't happy with the approach some of his former colleagues take. Kyrgios is set to make a comeback from a 2-year injury layoff in January at the Brisbane International. The former world number 13 has been sidelined by knee and wrist problems, having multiple surgeries. He stayed busy during his time away from the tour and kept himself involved in tennis, calling matches from the booth. The 2022 Wimbledon finalist had his first foray into commentary during last year's ATP Finals. Since then, he's covered the Australian Open and Wimbledon for top broadcasters like the Beeb. But Kyrgios still isn't happy about how critical his fellow commentators can be. "I'm not a very critical commentator," he told the AO show. "I don't like when commentators beat down on players or are too critical because it's not easy out there. In today's day and age, the game's so physical." It's not just the brutal honesty that Kyrgios isn't a fan of. He wants those in the booth to know their stuff and give lower-ranked players a platform. He continued, "Tennis commentating right now needs a bit of a shake-up, I think. I guess when you've really played and you understand the futures and the challengers, like how many players there are on a global scale, you understand how hard it is to actually make it into the top 128 players to make a Grand Slam. I take that into account when I'm commentating. I like to really get it out there." As part of his hopes of a shake-up, Kyrgios also wants to see tennis move on with the times. "I think commentating and this media side of things in the tennis world is so underrated," he added.